Ba 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 Pitti Uomo. Yes. Hey, gang of mine. It is I, Dirk. It is I, Bashtards. Dirk Weekdays. I'm your host. And it's your channel. I just host it. How are you all doing today? Wow, very few people in the room. Is everybody watching a sheen at Pitti Uomo? I know I was like crazy. I'm going to actually queue up some of his streams because some really fascinating stuff was going on there. I gotta say that. A lot of peacocking going on there. Tons of peacocking. Um, a lot of sneakers. I didn't understand the whole idea behind the sneakers at Pitti Uomo. You know, there's the guys and the gals, some of the sensational Alessandra Magnifica, I should say. And you know, Sheen was looking dapper. I was very proud of him, all dressed up in his boji, looking great. Canali, Ferragamo. He had some Todd's shoes on. Wow, what have Michaela and I done to that guy? I was so jealous. I wanted to be there so bad. But you know what? I've got some amazing suits and some really great menswear, but I definitely need to dump 15 pounds in order to make that happen. Like some great stuff. I have one suit that's when I was so skinny that I would probably need to lose 25 pounds to get into it, but it is gorgeous. It's a Tom Ford era Gucci suit, and it's cream, like a shimmery cream. It's crepe, silk, and wool. It's beautiful, and it's a summer suit. It's beautiful. But I digress. Let's see who's in the room today. Easy E got in here. Number one, numero uno vote. I just got home watching Ush's LS, then happened to go to my second YouTube page tab. That's the secret, folks. I've got a couple tabs for myself. I was watching it all day. I had a the reason why I scheduled the show half an hour late is because I had a architect here to to get my deck legalized and all that stuff as per the wonderful judge a couple weeks back. And we had a nice little meeting. He's going to get up some sketches. I'm going to get that all done. And he was very, 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 very nice. And that's why. And also I have completed the vocals for the Sunday Mass theme written by Emmett O'Malley. It was 110 tracks, and I listened to it, and I went through it with a fine-tooth comb last night, and today re-recorded a couple things and dumped a ton of stuff because I over-engineered the thing. I'm a horrific overblower of background vocals and things like that. And, you know, it's completely different than the way you would assemble like a rock track. Like I know how to do all the clean stuff and all that stuff with weird minor seconds and make it sound crazy. Anyway, long story short, I got it down to 44 tracks of vocals. Not too shabby. And I'm sure Emmett will mix the living shenanigans out of it, and I'm grateful. Easy E with a $5 super sticker. Well, thank you, kind sir. Let's start off with a bang. I'm drinking a double espresso. Shocking, right? Dirk's having a double espresso of a brand called Moto, and I've never ever heard of it before, and it appeared in my local supermarket, and it was much cheaper than all the other brands. It was $5.99 for 10 of the Nespresso capsules. You know, they lost their patent, so everybody could do it now, so it's not a big deal. And everybody's doing it. Ely does it the best. I make my own when I'm making Ulius Meinl, or I do get other brands too, Lavazza, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I got to say, this is very good for a very inexpensive. I have to look up this brand because it's from Italy. It's from Bologna. So who knows? Thank you, Easy E, very, very much. Dave, Fahrenheit 451, he got in there at number two. Number two's better than number three, but Scotty H got in there at number 4. I think you're in there at number 3, Scotty H. Lord H. He's here. We love you, Scotty H. Andrew, Canadian $5. Oh, poop, late again. And I'm a half an hour late, which I wrote in the captions under the screen. Because Andrew, my darling, I thought, oh, isn't it going to, I'll be half an hour late. Andrew will be there. I love having you on the show live because we love you, man. Dave Fitzsimons is here, and I thought I was late. Phew, let's bash. Let's bash Dave Fitzsimons. Let's do it. Melly C, the beautiful and talented and generous and wonderful Melly C. She sent me something for my birthday. I'm floored because she's so nice, which is Saturday. So obviously I'm going to be offline and just, drowning my 50 something sorrows in a whatever, hanging out with Patrick. But I am going to do a walkabout. I'm going to do a birthday walkabout tomorrow. I'm just going to go. And if you guys have any ideas where you'd like me to go on my birthday walkabout, tell me. Because I don't make a big deal out of that shit. Because it's like, birthdays are for kids or for, your grandmother or something. When you're in the middle, I think it's just, nonsense. It's not my thing. I like to lay low, but it's going to be a fun thing. It'll be an adventurous day. We'll probably do several hours, and you tell me where you want me to go because I'm all charged up. I have a bunch of extra batteries, and I'm not going to go somewhere where my signal is going to be degraded. And if you guys, I got some emails. You were looking for Coney Island, my dearest. Oisin pulled it down because he just said the content was just too spotty for the most part of it. Maybe we'll re-edit it for the stuff that's good and put it back up because he said it's bad for the algorithm. And speaking of the algorithm, this is a very important announcement that I need to make to all of you whom I love so dearly. Please check to see if you are subscribed to iBashers because we found out something very interesting today. Dear Gary and Susan, two of the most spectacular people, Patreons, Patriots, Bastards, all of the above. They sent me a little birthday gift this morning, and then something Gary said that I want you all to know. He said, I've noticed that your subscriber base has not moved in 8 weeks, and he found it peculiar. So being the curious fella that he is, he went and he checked his subscription, and he was not subscribed. So I got another email from a guy named Ralph Z, who I don't know from the channel, but he said he was a subscriber, and he said, is there any reason why I got kicked off your subscription for iBashers? I really love the show and all the Bastards. I said, I have absolutely no idea why you're not subscribed. And then here's the kicker, kiddos. I was talking to Carolyn Martin on the phone, the lady with the wrench, and I told her, and she went and she checked, and she was not subscribed to iBashers. So I don't know what's happening. Oisin's at Pitti Uomo. I have quietly sat in despair wondering why the subscriber base, because we got from 1,000 to 2,000 relatively easily, and it was all due to you wonderful people. But what had happened was when I got to like 2,000 and something, it would go up and then go back down and go up and then go back down. Like people were subscribing and then people were being unsubscribed. So something's happening within the YouTube universe that for some crazy reason. Now, this is certainly not a bot channel. I've never bought subscriptions. I've never bought views. The Bastards are a very, very small group of wonderful people. We are not a big clan. We are a nice sized clan of people, but subscribers are a different story. Now, I would assume that all of you are subscribed to the channel because I see you every single day. I know the names of your pets and, your husbands and your wives and your watches and your cars. And we have a friendship. And I can't imagine why YouTube would be doing it. I know that when they think there's suspicious activity on certain channels, who shall remain nameless, and I quietly sit around and I watch these channels, and I've mentioned it. The lady with the clothespins, she's got like 86,000 subscribers, and all she does is walk around her like very nothing apartment. And I'm not saying that mine's so great. That's why you don't see it. It's like railroad. But I just didn't understand why the views that we get and the wonderful generosity of the people that come on the show, and the numbers are better. The walkabouts have been spectacular. Something's happening. Please, I'm asking you to check to see if you're subscribed to the channel. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. I don't have Oisin on the hook right now because he's at Pitti Uomo. He's having a party. He's hanging around with Franco Mazzetti and Alessandra and all the fabulous people from there. So do me a favor, check it out if you can. And thank you, Gary and Susan, for alarming me to this, because not alerting, alarming, because it is alarming. And don't think I hadn't thought that. Why in the world would I? Like, I noticed one day that I lost like 40 subscribers. I'm not controversial. Okay, I'm not. I don't think, at least I am. This is a community of the best people on YouTube. We're all helpful, kind people. This is a nice, safe space for everybody to come to when they want to enjoy somebody's cats or their dogs or their watches or their cars or their motorcycles or whatever their cocktails they're having, their sunsets, all the beautiful things that you guys send me on a daily basis in the gallery of Bastards. So I don't know. Check to see. I'm curious to see what the results are. Nick Sisto in the room. Good evening, all handsome you. Great to see you, my friend. Angelo Minikillo, good evening to you. I hope you're listening to some fabulous music on your fabulous sound system. I'm sure that you are. Yesterday, I mentioned those Jellyfish records. I don't know if you have them, Angelo, but if you, they're available on vinyl. They're amazing sound, sonic. They're to me the best sounding rock records I've ever heard. Melly C, I hear you, Dirk. I need to dump at least 20 kg. The middle age spread has not been kind. It all kind of happened for me. Like, I've been up and down my whole life. I was a skinny kid, then I was a chubby teen, and then I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. When I was about 19, I was in Hitman, and we were playing out a lot, opening up for Fate's Warning and Striper and Saxon and a lot of band. We were getting some traction. And Dirk was a little bit chubby and, pretty, but chubby. And Olga, my beloved departed bass player, Michael Busalato's girlfriend, beautiful, one of the most astonishingly beautiful women I have ever seen. She's Colombian. She's mixed German and amazing, just the most beautiful hair. Anyway, we're playing with Fate's Warning, and the show goes well. And she comes up to me backstage and she goes, Dirk, can I talk to you for a second? And I said, sure, Olga, no problem. She goes, I want to talk to you about something. I said, sure. She goes, listen, you guys are an amazing band. You have a good following. People are really, really enjoying you. She goes, you know what would really make a big difference for you as an artist and a performer? And I said, what? She goes, you need to lose about 40 pounds. And I just went, wow. She goes, you're a good looking guy. You're a great singer on stage. You've got all the moves. But she goes, you know what? In order to make it in this business, and I lost 50 pounds in about 3 months. And I was skinny for a long, long time from the time I was 19 till the time I was, maybe I had one extra 20 pound going on, but the pandemic put it on me because I started baking. And I also stopped running, which I used to run 10 miles a day. I used to bike a lot, and I stopped doing that. Then I started practicing yoga, and that kept me really fit up until the pandemic, and then they closed. And ever since then, and I've just been lazy. It's not that I can't do it, and I have dropped a couple of pounds here, there, and everywhere. But, there's Haagen-Dazs, and every time I see it in the store, I really want it. So don't feel bad about that, Melly C, darling. We'll get rid of that. And it's like 15 pounds would probably do it. I'd like to be 155 pounds. That would be perfect for me. 150 would be even better. 150, I'd be back in that cream Gucci suit. That's for sure. Maybe it's just me. When there are only peacocks and virtually no peahens, is that the correct term for a female peacock? A peahen. I'm fascinated. Fahrenheit 451, David. Fascinated. Ticking time. Hey, buddy. What's up? Number 17 again. I'm on a roll. Cheers to all. Hey, every day it gets better, man. Every day. Hey, Kevin Hawthorne. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. For everybody who wants to know, talking about paying forward, Kevin Hawthorne every single day devotes his life and his knowledge to helping people get where they're going in his hometown. He does it out of the goodness of his heart. Everyone should follow. We should all do that. Do something for someone today, or a beautiful stray cat or dog. Even more, even better. Franco Fiore, upvoted. Grazie mille, signore. Vasilios P, good evening to all from beautiful Greece. Scotty H just checked and he's still subscribed. Well, thank God for that. But Carolyn Martin, I mean, what kind of madness is that? Ralph and Gary and Susan, they're like longtime subscribers and Patreons and all that stuff. Maybe it's like Highlander. There can be only one. So many great quotes from that movie. It's. I think I have it on Blu-ray. I mean, it's Russell Mulcahy did that film. I mean, listen, I grew up in that era. That Queen did all the music for it, from A Kind of Magic and different mixes of the songs, like, here we are, born to be kings. How many keys is that in? We're the princes of the universe. It's crazy. That melody is so hard to grab because it's odd. Um, who Wants to Live Forever? I mean, amazing. One Year of Love, one of my absolute favorite songs by Queen. I love when they do a groovy R&B style ballad, and that's always a product of Freddie with John Deacon. Always. You are definitely a subscriber, Melly C. I'm glad to hear it. He was too. Still subscribed. Brow wipe. Still subscribed. Okay. Dirk, I have ordered some. Looking forward to hearing them. Oh, did you really? Hey, that's great. Listen, if I could listen, this band will never, ever, ever get back together. I watched an REM Sunday morning. There's a great news show in New York called 60 Minutes in America. It's the best news show on TV, but even better is called CBS Sunday Morning, same network. And it's just a morning coffee Sunday recap. They have great arts and leisure and all of those things. They stay away from politics. It's more art and music and personal interest. And they had REM on there. Now, I was never a big REM fan when they were, big and popular. I did like a lot of their music, but here's a band that just decided to call it quits, which is what most bands don't know how to do. They just keep on going until, this guy loses his voice or that guy loses an arm or whomever. Jellyfish called it quits after 2 records because they made their records were so expensive, and for some crazy reason, the singer, drummer, main songwriter wasn't getting along with people, and that's a shame. If you've read Don Felder's book, Heaven and Hell, My Life in the Eagles, you'll see how ego can destroy bands. We talked about that ad nauseum last night, about knowing where you are on the totem pole, knowing where you are on the ladder. Listen, not everybody can be Paul McCartney or John Lennon or Bob Dylan. Not everybody offers that. But maybe they're like Roger Waters is the mastermind of the songwriting of Pink Floyd. David Gilmour co-wrote a couple of things, but he's not really the big writer, as evidenced by their very lackluster records after Roger left the band. But he's one of the greatest guitar players in the whole wide world, and what he has to say musically is just as important because he offers so much. So that's when people say Lennon or McCartney. I say both. They say Waters or Gilmour. I say both. And like in my particular situation, my band, we're all friends except for one guy. And that's so stupid because it's all stemmed from a difference in personal politics, which, like, I can look the other way for the most part, but I can't look the other way when you get berated because that's not fair. I respect your opinion. You should respect mine. I agree. Don't make a big issue out of it. But it shouldn't be a reason why bands fall apart. As for Jellyfish, they've been asked a million times because they're so much more popular now than they were when they were making records and touring. And as evidenced by constant reissues, these records came out. They had a couple hits on the first record. Baby's coming back. Baby's coming back. I'm on my best behavior. Great song. Very pop. It's very candy. 4-part harmonies. Incredible. But then they just kind of fizzled out. But check it out. I think you'll love these records. They're monstrous. 150. How tall are you? What does 150 mean? Was that centimeters? I don't even know. I don't know. I'm 5'8". I don't know what centimeters is. If you're asking me directly. Not tall, but not that short. A Doc and his watch. Dirk, what are your thoughts on the Tudor Pink Panda? Love it. Love it. And I love a man who wears pink, and even better when a lady wears it, because that's a great looking watch. And do you have that watch, Melly C? Carolyn Martin, my Tudor girls, my Tudor ladies who absolutely love their Tudors. I love that shade of pink that Tudor is using. It is absolutely beautiful. If you're considering getting the Tudor Pink Panda, I think you should. I don't know what your pallor is, um, but I think I love I love wearing a pink shirt, like a blue blazer, like a navy blazer or a medium blazer with nice pink shirt underneath. I think pink is a very attractive color on men, especially if you get a tan, or if you're African American or African European. And pink or yellow on black skin is just outrageous. I can't wear yellow. I'm Irish. I'll just look like Dirk's got jaundice. It's terrible. But when you have like brownish skin, oh my God, pink, or you get tanned, or you have a little bit of color. The melanin challenged folks don't have as much of a variety of clothes as evidenced in Pitti Uomo. I noticed a lot of people wearing colors that were not. I actually have a lot of criticism. So when we talk about it on Watch Fashion Police, I'm going to have a lot of things to say. There was some magnificent people there, of course, but I saw a lot of freeloaders. And I think if you're going to go, look at what Oisin did. Look at what he did. He went out, he got Todd's, he got Boji, he got Canali, his Carl Friedrich's bag. Sensational stuff. He went, listen, as Paul Stanley used to say, the time to train for the World Series isn't the night before. You gotta get your act together. That's why I wouldn't go to Pitti Uomo until I drop 15 pounds, because I have clothes I can wear. I wouldn't have to go out shopping. I've got stuff in my closet with my cedar, and it wouldn't look good on me right now. It's got to look great on you draped. Models are very, very, very skinny. That's why they hire them. Unless you're a plus size model, and that's a whole different ball of wax. Is anybody watching the Becoming Karl Lagerfeld show? It's here. It's on Hulu, which I'm sure you can get it. It's in French, which is cool. It's in French, it's in Italian, it's in English, it's in German. That guy, his name is Brule. I forget his first name, but man, that guy's a great actor. He was in Inglourious Bastards, and he speaks like 5 languages fluently in this show. But anyway, the reason why I say that is because Karl Lagerfeld's apparent lover, but even though they were never intimate, because he had some kind of hang-ups, he's so skinny, but when you see him dressed, you're like, oh shit, clothes will never look good on me. You can't have that attitude. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the pink panda. I digress. Unfortunately, I am built for comfort, not speed nowadays, but back on the yoga. Great. My yoga place closed. I think I've mentioned this before. Jana and Marco, the mother and son team from Croatia, beautiful, 2 of the most beautiful creatures I've ever known in my entire life. And Marco passed away about a year and a half ago from a very, very rare form of very virulent cancer. And he was 39 years old. And he was physically one of the most beautiful men you've ever seen in your life. And he was also one of the most beautiful people inside. The guy, I had so many teachers there, his mom being one of them, and she stopped really teaching. And I only wound up going to I said, I want your full schedule, because he wasn't always there all the time. So sometimes I'd skip a week if he wasn't there, because he used to do this class where he'd play amazing music, play harmonium during the class. He'd turn the lights way down, and then he'd blast Arctic air into that sock system that they had. And then at the very end, when you do dead man's pose, which is called Shavasana, you lay on the mat like this, with your arms up, completely dead. He would turn all the lights out, and he would approach you with an ice cold eucalyptus washcloth and apply it to your head, and something crazy would happen. And this is after an hour or 90 minutes of an intense hot yoga workout, because I've only ever done hot yoga. I've never done regular yoga. I do the one where you sweat your brains out. I loved it, and I would go back tomorrow, but that shop is gone now. It's a crap gym, and it looks like, you can believe how beautiful this yoga room was. It was teak heated floors and ventilation systems. It was so beautiful. Incredible shower room with this amazing soap that I use to this day, Dr. Brahmer's peppermint soap, because Marco used to put it in the bathrooms, and I can't imagine not using it. You feel so invigorated after you use this soap, Dr. Brahmer's peppermint soap. It's incredible. But now it's like a shitty gym. They took all the stuff, they put linoleum. What did they do with the teak floors? There were teak floors in there, and it's just crap. And I digress. Anyway, whatever. Vasilios loved that song. You got to hear Babies Coming Back in Greece. That's fantastic. You Spanish peacock, you still subscribed, Angelo Minikill. Okay, this is good to know. But I'm just worried because you know what? Listen, I'm not greedy or anything, but my subscription numbers have like kind of just not moved anywhere. And then I noticed they went up like 50 points, and the next day those 50 people were gone. So something's weird happening. Do they think that I'm hiring bots for my bastards? I'm not doing that. I don't want fake people in the room. I want you guys in the room, the real people. Can't we were able to see REM open for the Pretenders? Did you see that? Wow, that's crazy to think, that band was so huge. They were U2 big at one time. The Monster Tour was stadiums only. They were tremendous. We don't really have that now. Who do we have? The Jonas Brothers or K-pop? I mean, not forget about Taylor Swift and that nonsense. Like, what bands can play stadiums now? I don't know. The Red Hot Chili Peppers, are they still big? I never really liked them, but great book. Can't believe we were able to say, oh, you changed it. Okay. Yeah, isn't that amazing when you get to see a band? That happens. You know what's really funny about fans, rock fans, music fans? You love discovering a band. Like I saw tons of bands. Like I saw Iron Maiden open up for Judas Priest and open up for Saxon. And I saw Queensryche open up for everybody. Took forever for them to headline. Then when these bands get to headline and play these big groups, they feel like the world has discovered them, so they abandon them. And that happens, like if suddenly I was 100,000K channel and all these people were coming in here, would you feel weird about it? I mean, we're all on such a personal, level with each other. You know me like a book. I know a lot about you guys, and I like the smaller club. It doesn't mean I don't want a bigger channel. I would love to have a bigger channel because I'm trying to build a career here, other than the music and other stuff. But I don't know. It's weird how that happens. No, I don't, but I love it. Yeah, I love it too. Selling for 40,000 on the gray market. Is it really that expensive? So Tudor's got a big one right now. Tudor's got a watch that everybody wants. Isn't that great for that brand, considering their big brother gets all the guts and all the glory? I'm wearing Milgauss today. Are you wearing your Milgauss today? I just decided I felt like wearing my Milgauss today. It's very hot out and it's very comfortable. I will say, because it's heavy. It is so much heavier. I have a scale. You know what I'll do? I'm going to wait next studio bashers. I'll weigh watches. This is considerably heavier than my Speedmaster. It really is. I know it's reduced and everything, but that's 39 millimeters versus 40. So they actually feel the same, but this is a much heavier fit. And because I'm wearing it on my left hand, it feels even heavier because I'm used to the weight on my right hand, Your weight, you said you wanted to get to 150. 5'8", 150 is thinnish. Yeah, well, Vaughn? Do 160 and tone it up. Yeah, sure. But skinny, yeah, I'd like to be 155. It's okay, 150, sure. 155. Yeah. I mean, I have Wii Fit, which I just rebusted out. So I'm doing the running on the Wii Fit. I actually did that in the beginning of the pandemic, and something broke. I don't know why it wasn't working for me, but I was running on Wii Island, and it was actually a lot of fun. But there's a lot of cool things you could do. I have the Wii Fit board. I know that Wii is not a thing anymore, but I have one in it, and I got it repaired, and it works really well. I actually I had to change the CD. It's got a DVD player in it. And I fixed that. I remember there was a time when Netflix was not available to stream. You could only get it by putting a Netflix CD in a Wii and then connecting to the internet. That's how antiquated that Wii is. It was so old fashioned. That thing has got amazing sports on it, like skiing, baseball, tennis. I was a master of Wii tennis. Yeah, no, one I got to do. I have two amazing bicycles. I have a Cannondale V4000DH, which is probably the best bike Cannondale ever made. I've had it for over 20 years. I think I've mentioned that to you. It's a downhill bike. I used to do downhill biking. I always wanted it. It was like the one that won all the competitions, and I found it on eBay for $800 brand new. Turns out he was related to one of the artists, and it was in a box. I got it in a Cannondale box, brand new. It's got triple clamp forks like a motorcycle. It's beautiful. But my other bike is actually my favorite bike, and that's a hardtail with a front fork on it, and that is a Harrow Extreme Comp, and that is from 1994, and it's 7000 series aluminum. It's really light. It's just a dream to ride that bike. The Cannondale is very heavy, and it's not great for street riding, even though I do have a Sachs 26 speed derail. It's a hub derailleur. Instead of having a rear derailleur, it has a 26 speed hub inside it. So it's crazy technology. And I have that, so I have no excuses. If I'm fat, it's because I'm a lazy bastard. Daniel Bruhl, that's the guy, Kieran. That's the guy. Fantastic. And it's really interesting. It's about Karl Lagerfeld. You all know who he is. He's like the austere German with the fan and the ponytail. He looks like he's a courtesan. Apparently this guy was asexual. He was leaning towards being gay, but he never consummated that because he just, I don't know, I guess maybe we'll find out later on. Of course, I didn't know him. Passed away a couple of years ago. This is a guy that designed for Chloe. He had his own label. He was the design director for Chanel up until his death. And I remember when Dana O'Malley and I were in Paris, we were sitting in a restaurant called Le Philosophie, and we're sitting outside and we see there a Karl Lagerfeld store, and I didn't know that he had his own line. It was very small and it was haute couture. That's why I wouldn't know about it, because it was for ladies. I don't think he did menswear in the day, but now that he's passed away, his estate has kind of pimped his name out, so you can buy like Karl Lagerfeld t-shirts and shitty crap like that. It's like going into a filling station or a petrol station and buying a Gucci keychain, which you used to be able to do when I was a kid. You used to be able to buy Bill Blass, all these different keychains and crappy Gucci shirts, until Tom Ford showed up and rewrote the script on Gucci. He made them buy back all their licensing, so nobody could produce any more Gucci things. And then instead of producing, the crappy stuff that they were doing in the late 70s and 80s, he just came out with a ready-to-wear women's line that set the world on fire. And then he introduced menswear, and then Gucci became the juggernaut of fashion and sensuality that it has become. And it isn't the same without him there. Then he went on under the Gucci umbrella. They acquired Yves Saint Laurent, and he spent 5 years there. And Yves Saint Laurent always had a very sexy look, so probably more in line with Tom's aesthetic. The problem was that Yves Saint Laurent did not like Tom Ford, and he was not nice to him. They had a very acrimonious relationship. And he said, I wanted him to love me, and he just wouldn't do it, at that point. But Yves Saint Laurent does not come out very good in this Karl Lagerfeld show, because apparently he had ravenous tastes and desires. Not nice. Melly C says, oh my God, that soap is amazing. It is amazing. The only soap that's even more amazing than that is the Aesop stuff. But it's $55 for it. I don't even know what the variety is. There's something flying around here. I'm sorry, I keep touching my nose, but something's in here. Some kind of little tiny gnat. I don't know what it's called, but it smells like bark, root beer, and eucalyptus. But it's amazing. Where is that? He got. Where is he? Is he not on my show? He got offended by the whole Coney Island thing, and I felt so bad because we all love him. We love him. Where are you, Ray Ray? We miss you. Where are you? Do I have to send you an email, Ray Ray? Melly C, no wearing my Snoopy Masked Marvel today. Did you send us a picture of the Masked Marvel? I hope you did. I see that you got M&M yoga. Hey, Mork and Mindy yoga. John Doe's here. I arrived by chance in Atlanta one time, and also by chance got front row tickets for REM, which is their home turf or close to it in Athens. I can tell you that I knew that. You know why? Because my sister Kerry went to the University of Georgia at Athens. It's where she went to college. And I believe she went to the 40 Watt Club, and it would have been after REM were famous. But she saw like the B-52s, and she saw a bunch of people play there. And she might have even seen REM there. I'm not quite sure. But she went to the big place there was the 40 Watt Club. And she used to say, oh my God, you wouldn't believe the band I saw last night. And then she'd mention these bands and like the Georgia Satellites and all these bands became famous. Bella Fleck, she saw there. I remember her telling me this back in the day because I love Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. He's an amazing banjo player. Very cool. Front row tickets for REM. That's amazing. See, you've seen Beck and REM. I think it was the Monster Tour. That was the last tour that Bill Berry, their drummer, played on because on stage in Switzerland, he had a double brain aneurysm while they're playing What's the Frequency, Kenneth? And he collapsed. They took him to a hospital. He had surgery, and then he quit the band because life was too short and it was that was a very, very big album for them. That was probably the last big album that they had because I don't think he recorded another record with them after that. I don't believe so. And when it's like U2 or the Beatles or REM, when you're the same four guys, then they got a drummer who was not a member of the band. And I guess it wasn't the same because Bill Berry was also a creative force in that band. The three guys, Mike Mills, Peter Buck, and Bill Berry, they wrote the music together. And then Michael Stipe wrote the melody and the lyrics. Great band. Fantastic band. Melly C says, I love the Wii hula hoop on the Wii Fit board. Me too. I suck at hula hoop, though. Can I say? Because I don't have I'm just not the best. I'm just not that good at it. I don't know. I have no hips and I have no ass to speak of. Vasilios P says Aqua di Parma. Dude, I love Aqua di Parma. I've mentioned this on the stream many times. When it comes to fragrance, I'm very set in my ways. And when I was young, it was Agua Brava, which my sister got in Spain because she studied at the University of Georgia and went abroad for a year and studied in Spain, Segovia to be precise. And she brought back this stuff called Agua Brava by Puig. And I have a bottle of it in my bathroom. I got a bottle for my sister because it's wonderful and it smells great. It's woodsy. I like masculine fragrances. And then my life turned upside down when Yves Saint Laurent YSL M7 came out, designed by Tom Ford. And I loved that until they discontinued it. I have about a quarter of an inch left of it in a sprayer, and I never, ever use it because that's it. So right now, and then for many, many years, I was wearing Aqua di Parma Oud, which is a beautiful fragrance. It's just so expensive. It's like $300. And last time I was in Venice, we were on the Lido in 2017 was the last time I bought it. I went in there thinking, oh, I'm in Italy. It's going to be cheap. And I went there and she said it was like 265 euros. I was like, what the fuck? So I wear 4711, which is an old German eau de toilette. It smells like bergamot. It smells exactly like Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford, except it costs $30 for a giant bottle, or the sprayer is $16. It's very inexpensive. It's been around for 400 years by appointment to the former, Kaiser chiefs and whomever of Germany. And it smells great. And that's it. That's what I wear now. And Aqua Brava, I'm going out at night or winter, because I think it's more of a winter thing. My sister is here, and she said she saw everybody at the 40 Watt Club. She used to tell me about all these bands she saw. And I'd be like, I never heard of them. And then I'd go look them up, and I'd blah, blah, blah. Amazing. Perfumes and soap. It's very important to smell good, I think. REM played in the field behind my dorm at UGA, Creswell Hall in 1983. Isn't that crazy? Wow. One of my roommates, Catherine Kennedy, another Kennedy. I didn't know you had a friend named Kennedy at school. Dated Michael Stipe. Really? Was he confused then? What was going on there? Peter Buck, the guitarist for REM, and his wife owned the 40 Watt Club. Did they? Or did they buy it later when they got the money? Or did he open the 40 Watt Club? I have no idea. I'm fascinated by this. Peter Buck. So I'll tell you a funny Peter Buck story. When I was super skinny and shopping at Bergdorf Goodman one day, I was jonesing over this Richard James suit. It was a pale gray, white pinstripe. It was so subtle and beautiful. It was Savile Row style, ticket pocket, gorgeous double, it was not double breasted. It was a single breasted with it was just absolutely beautiful. It was slightly cut at an angle. It was so gorgeous. It was very expensive. I used to go in there to wait for it to go on sale. It never did. But one day I'm in there and Peter Buck is there. And at this time he had put on a couple of pounds, but I watched him pull out his American Express black card and hand it to the lady before he started shopping. He took it out and just handed it to her. And then he went to Jill Sander, Gucci, Yves Saint Laurent. I do have an Yves Saint Laurent hat that needs to get fixed, and it's beautiful. And I should give it away. I should have it fixed and give it away because I don't know, what was I thinking? I was a pimp. I think it's a nice gift for a lady. It's black and it's beautiful, and I need to have it. What is the blocked when you have to have a hat? It's like a straw hat, but it's black and it's got a satin ribbon on it. I have the hat box up there. And I guess I was rocking that for a while, but I was also wearing capes and things. So I was going through a very funny period. But I watched him and he went and he must have bought $50,000, $100,000 worth of insane Etro, which was not very famous back then, which is very patterny. It was a lot of paisley, and I hate paisley. I did go through a paisley phase though. And he bought a ton of stuff. And he was very, very, very nice. He was very, very nice. Very nice. My sister says, no, I don't think he owned it then. I'm sure he probably bought it at that point, right? Probably did, right? Probably did. Interesting. Anyway, so should we have a look at some of the Pitti Uomo stuff? I think we should. Let's go have a look. He's not live now, so I'm not going to go in there. So it's in the Chrome tab, live from Pitti Uomo. Okay, let's go. Let's look at some of them. I'll turn the sound off so we don't have to deal with it. Let me bust this up. He's wearing boji. And see all these peacocky dudes over here? They're all kind of cuckoo. There's a lot of those guys look nice. These guys look terrific. But they're at the party now. That's why everybody's dressed to the nines. This is an invitation only party. I guess you have to be somewhat of an influencer. A lot of pale greens. I noticed that lime green and kind of palm green are the colors this year at Pitti Uomo. Look at this older gentleman with this absolutely ridiculously gorgeous suit, perfectly trimmed beard. I don't know what that's made out of because it looks like a thicker weave than you would normally see for summer. But I'm assuming it's probably maybe a cotton and linen combination. Here's a guy without a jacket on. I'm sorry, when you're at a lawn party, you should be wearing a jacket unless you're playing a sport. There was a couple of guys. There's a lot of costumery that goes on here. And that's part of the play that they have at Pitti Uomo. Beautiful patterns, beautiful stripes. That's a normal looking lady wearing a normal looking dress. There's a guy with a backpack. He should be thrown out immediately. There's a guy that looks like Elvis Costello. There's a guy with a baseball hat on. He should be thrown out immediately. They have all these exhibitions. They have Bentleys, vintage Ferraris, a lot of beards. I noticed that a lot of big, wild, gray, unruly beards are in fashion. Look at Florence. Oh my God, what a town. And as a photographer looking around, and that shirt fits him great. Look at this guy. Oisin talked to him at one point. Seemed a little nice, but a little standoffish. I thought, but actually quite beautiful. Look at her. Oh my God, what is she wearing? She's ridiculously gorgeous. That color, it's like electric mustard. Fantastic. That's a lemon tree just sitting there. I had a key lime tree last year. Not key lime, Meyer lemon tree last year. And it didn't come back this year. And it has thorns all over it. And it's really a mess. This guy looks like he's wearing a flannel shirt. The wrong crossover bag, darling. Get a different crossover bag when you're at Pitti Uomo. Get something really super cunty. Get something, leather or beautiful stitching, a beautiful fabric. Not one of these bunchy looking things. That guy's suit doesn't fit him. That jacket does. He's got some pulling there. A lot of hats. A lot of guys in great shape. There's a guy. See, look at that pink on that guy's dark skin. That looks amazing. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of double-breasted. I never was, but I love that jacket on that guy. He was very nice. Sheen spoke to him. He thought he was very, very cool. That's a little dark for a lawn party. There's liquor. He's looking at her bag, and that's Oisin's friend. Oh, yeah, it's his friend who was kind of underdressed for this affair. Oisin certainly showed him up. He looked super great. Yeah, let me skip around a little bit. Let's see what else is going on here. They had some swag. Yeah, a lot of listen. If you're gonna wear your suits that look at her, look at this glamorous Hollywood vixen. Oh my God, she looks like she's straight out of a 1940s movie. Now that guy's in amazing shape. He can pull off that shirt. This is beautifully tailored. This jacket, absolutely. I know this is not watch fashion, please. I noticed the return of cuffs on men's pants. He's not wearing it there, but on the pinstripe he might. Now pinstripe often have cuffs on the bottom of that. I am not a fan of cuffs because they get caught on things, and I just don't like the symmetry. She is outrageous. She looks like a movie star from MGM. Beautiful, beautiful, great hat. That's a cocktail dress. Yeah, he's got trainers on. I don't care if they're Marc Jacobs. Look at this guy. First of all, he's incredibly handsome. Double-breasted jacket, looking amazing. Wow. And this guy looks like he's at a golf party. This guy's wearing a leisure suit. Look at the color of this Pininfarina body. I mean, my God in heaven. Is that the most dreamy thing you've ever seen in your entire life? Absolutely crazy. That color is just beyond words. Absolutely crazy. What happened? Is it just that thing? Did I freeze? Did my stream freeze? I come back. I'm going to leave the room and come back. Oh, there you go. Wow, that got really stupid. Wow. Wow. Dave Fitzsimon says there are a lot of blazers and jackets for a June day in Florence. Yeah, but I mean, what price beauty, darling? You have to, you have to put a jacket on. You could take it off later on if you go out for a smoke or a drink or whatever it is you're going to do, a phone call. Andrew Wolkowitz, $20 Canadian. I'm home. A shower later. I need a cold beer and I bashers. Upvote and subscribe, everyone, and become a patron if you can. Please do. Let's give you a big bang of Rooney for that, my love. Let's give you the husband. Thank you, dearest Andrew. Jim Lassick says you should be in charge of admissions. Oh, I wouldn't let any of the offenders in at all. Andrew says, if Dirk was running the door, I get the feeling the following year, many people would be dressed for nice. Yeah, because I would just be like, okay, no pleats, because I'm fully against, unless they're Italian pleats, British pleats, I'm against. I'm not a big fan of cuffs. I mean, you have to let certain people in, but there's a lot of costumery that goes on, and that's why they would never allow me to do that. Al Benedetti's in the room. Been away for a while. Where you been? Glad I could finally catch the show live, even if late. Well, my stream started getting stupid when I was just showing a stupid YouTube thing. And I don't know why that would happen. That's not fair. But you know what? It's 10 minutes into the room. So you know what that means, my beautiful people of the bastard world? It means
the gallery of bastards. Send me the shots, the sublimely absurd. The gallery of bastards. You share them with me. Share with the world.
Yes, the Gallery of Bastards. My favorite part of the show, because I get to see inside your world. You share with me, and I share with the world. Beautiful, talented Mr. Emmett O'Malley. Let's start out with Vasilios, everybody's favorite guy from Greece. And look at this beautiful shot. Don't you wish you were there? Don't you wish it was yours? What in the world are we talking about? My God. My God in heaven. Wow. That is absolutely breathtaking. I would love to stand there on the dock or sit at that table and have a drink, because that is magnificent. Wow. Thank you, dearest. Vasilios, everybody. And here's another one from Vasilios. Oh, it's a further away shot. Look at this. Somewhere in Greece. Look at that water. Like I've said, I've been to Greece and I've never seen bluer water in my life. It's not green blue, it's blue. It's blue, which is so weird. Because, you go to a Caribbean island or some tropical place, it's always aquamarine. No, it's blue. And it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Fantastic. Thank you, Vasilios. Angelo Minichello colors. Car colors. Let's have a look. Very cool color. That's a green, right? It's a hybrid. I don't know what make of car this is. It's very cool looking, though. It looks very fast. It's green. Oh, look at this. Oh, man. That is... Where is this? Wow, that's outrageous. Colors. Oh, isn't that beautiful that he named it colors? How beautiful. Look at that. That looks like... Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. Looks like Gone with the Wind. Like you'd see Scarlett O'Hara saying, I shall never be hungry again. That's what that looks like. Incredible. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the photography. What did you shoot this with? Is this what phones are doing now? Incredible. 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 Absolutely incredible, Angelo. Thank you so much. Andrew Wolkowicz, human, what are you doing up at this time? That's what they do. They give you that look. And it usually means give me something from the kitchen. Right? You're beautiful. And 30 years old. How in the world that is, I don't know. But God bless you, my friend. Scotty Love in the room tonight talking about the British Army issued W10 664599. Wow. This is amazing. It's a Hamilton. Look at this. Let me blow this. Can I blow this up? How much will it let me blow? Look at that. That's a great looking watch. With the RAF chicken foot on it. Incredible. It's a great looking watch. With a matching compass. Holy mackerel. Look at the metal on that action. That is amazing. Oh, there's a couple. Look at that. That's a beautiful piece. I didn't know you could do this. Is this a new thing where I can scroll through pictures? Never saw that before. Look at the Hamilton logo on that. Does the T stand for tritium? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's what that's the movement completely removed from the watch, huh? Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you, buddy. That was cool. How come I was able to scroll through the pictures like that? I've never seen that ever. That was really super cool. Phil Ayers. I see what's coming up and wait till you guys see it. Two of my favorite. These are a few of my favorite things. Oh, Black Kitty with a Speedy. Isn't that beautiful? With Hesselite. Of course. Absolutely beautiful. And look at this beautiful baby. Look at the claws. Look at the claws digging into the furniture. As I move out and about my house, I notice, I don't have cat hair all over me all the time anymore. And it actually makes me really, 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 really super sad. Really sad. You're beautiful. Thank you for sending me that. Thank you, Phil. Oh, so I got this letter, beautiful letter from Gasman 308 and his beautiful wife. And they were talking about, they were the ones that told me about that they were unsubscribed. And then I found out there was other people unsubscribed. This is a cat that keeps approaching their yard. It's a stray cat and it won't allow them to come near it, but it comes every day and shows up and gets food and, all of those things. And I've been in that situation before, but what an absolute beauty. and they're calling him Wonky. They named him Wonky, and he's beautiful. And you know what? Very well fed. What a pretty garden that is with the wall. I love it. Look at this beautiful guy. Oh, it makes me wonder if everybody's feeding him or if he does belong to somebody. But if he did belong to somebody, he'd probably come right up to you and be friendly and all of that stuff, you know. And then Guinness chocolate truffles and a beautiful Tudor chrono. Looking great. Looking great. Big wrists. Could wear in a Porsche. Wait till you see this. Whew, what color is this? Chocolate burgundy. That is absolutely insane. I know a lot of you guys out there are big Porsche fanatics, big car heads, motor heads. Wow. This thing just looks like it's already going 150 miles an hour. Outrageous. Outrageous. Look at that color. It's one of the most beautiful colors I've ever seen. Thank you, Gary and Susan, for your beautiful gift, your patronage, all the things that you do for this channel. And thank you for alerting me to the subscription thing. I'll get to the bottom of it. I'll figure out what that is. It's very weird. I don't know what that means. But thank you so much. And thank you for sharing the pictures. And we all love Wonky. Here's Dave. Dave's got some he got the Kithhoyer to show us. Okay. Did you go and get these? Oh, cool. All right. Oh, he got it. Very cool. The Just Us Limited Collection. Kithhoyer. I think Tag should remove Tag from their name, and I think they should just go back to Hoyer. Does everybody else agree? I don't think Tag ever did anything, even though we all call them Tags now. Isn't it funny? Because they've never done that before. They haven't changed the name. And, you know, Hoyer was such a storied brand. That's such a beautiful watch, though. Very cool. What a great racing watch. On the yellow Porsche. It's a Porsche afternoon. Wow. Look at that. Wow. I can't tell. Do you have another picture? I can't tell what model that is. Is that another 911 or is that one of the Panameras? Or I can't tell from this. My friend Mary had a she was big into cars. She turns 90 this year, and she had two Ferraris, an F355 Berlinetta and a 1974 Dino. And she got a Corvette because she just wanted a car to beat up. But for a couple of years, she had a Cayman S, which was quite beautiful. And I really like the styling of that car. Thank you so much for that. Fantastic. Fantastic, Dave. Thank you. Oh, here's another one. Oh, cool. Uh-oh. This guy's got good taste in wine. Well, sure. Sure, the watches are good. Sure, that's just fine and dandy. But look at that. A 1993 Chateau Mouton Rothschild Pauillac. Pauillac is my favorite style of wine. It's Bordeaux. It's my absolute favorite. Pichon Longueville Comtesse de Lalande being my favorite wine. I've had many a great Mouton Rothschild, Chateau Lafite Rothschild, and they make incredible wines. And they make wines that are a lot cheaper too. That are actually very good. They're Nathaniel, not to be confused with Nathaniel Hannon, but that's really good. And when I was young, I never needed anyone. Making love was just for fun. Those days are gone. When I was young and buying wine for the first time, I used to go down to Hillside Avenue, and there was a liquor store, and they used to have the Rothschild box, and it had Merlot, Pauillac, Pomerol, and a Medoc. And it was like $35 for 4 bottles of wine. This is, of course, in the 90s and early 90s. And it was their entry level, like one step up from Mouton Cadet, which, by the way, if you haven't had a bottle of Mouton Cadet, it's not terrible. It's a great winemaker making a very inexpensive wine, and you can buy that bottle for like $20, and it's very, very, very good. if you like that kind of stuff. The watch is beautiful. The wine is even more incredible. Okay. Melly C is here. With some M&M. Mork and Mindy. I see hardcore shutterbugs in the room right now. Hey, Stevie. This is Mindy. Fall in love with her now. She's one of the most beautiful ladies there is in the whole wide world. Look at that. You're beautiful, baby. And there's Mork on the stairs, looking devilish. And what's going on? Oh, yoga mat. Very cool. I have a couple of great yoga mats. I have my whole kit bag, all that stuff. I really need to break it out and make that happen. Now, Steve, if you were so considering, because I can't pull one up while I'm doing the show, but Bashtardirk@gmail.com is where you send the gallery of Bashard's photographs, and you should send a picture of Daryl. Now, Daryl was Laverne's long-distance boyfriend, because she was a spinster, because I had her fixed when she was a kitty cat, when I found her on the street, and she never consummated her love affair with beautiful Daryl, who is Hardcore Shutterbugs' beautiful kitty cat, and we adore him. Thank you so much for that. And Angelo Minichello is showing up with some very fancy soaps. I love it. We're talking soaps and perfumes. What's your favorite fragrance? iBasher's question for tomorrow when I do the walkabout is going to be, what is your favorite fragrance? Oh, this is Roger and Gallet from Paris. This is absolutely exquisite stuff. Absolutely. Look at that. Citron. Beautiful. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, that's some great stuff. Thank you for that. And that's it for the Gallery of Bastards today, huh? Okay, well, that was quite a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublimely absurd. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Bashtardirk@gmail.com. If you want to send your pictures of the Bastards Gallery, you share with me, I share with the world. Every single Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday is the Classic Bashers, which has now become the Dirkabout, which we have the theme song for that due to the beautiful Emmett O'Malley with his beautiful talents. And he's now written a brand new magnum opus for Sunday Mass. And I'm assuming it might debut this Sunday. It's a lot of tracks, so I'm not promising anything. And I'll have to put together a video for it too. So we'll see. That would be nice. It would be nice. Talking about Pitti Uomo, Andrew says Dirk will get a reputation as the elitist prick, but in his defense and fashion, it would be well deserved. I'm very opinionated about when it comes to fashion. There's a lot of fuddy-duddy stuff I don't like. Pitti Uomo is a place to go to show off your wares, and it's also a lot of theatricality, and that's fine too. So there's no, I would just ban sneakers. I wouldn't allow sneakers in there. I'd say no, go get a pair of shoes. This is Florence. There's shoes there. Go get shoes. Last time I was in Fano, I got a pair of handmade shoes for like 50 euros from a local Marche shoemaker, and they're gorgeous. And I wear them not a lot, but when I do wear them, they're beautiful. You don't have to pay a lot of money for quality. When you're in Italy, the quality is crazy. It's crazy. Andrew says, my brother told me once that if I'm going to be poor with a view. Ain't that the truth? He also says, if you want cat hair, I can brush the couch and send you a bag. Yeah, I'm good. I think Wonky has an owner and just goes there for supplemental eating. It's possible. I mean, Rose has a cat that shows up every single day, and his name is Bubble, or she named it Bubble. And he comes in through the patio in the back and hangs around with her, runs if he sees me, but he's very affectionate with her. And then he disappears. He comes to eat, sleeps in her house, sleeps on her bed, takes off. And but sometimes if it's raining or bad weather, sometimes he's been there overnight, but he disappears, and he's very chubby. So I don't know about that. Wonky's probably the neighborhood food whore, and not one person with a soul will complain. No, of course not. Hardcore Shutterbug says, hey, hello, hi there. Did you send a picture? You did. Okay, you're a good boy. Okay, I asked you for it, and here you go. Here's and he's a great photographer as well, by the way. Here's a picture of the beautiful Daryl. This is Laverne's boyfriend. He's so handsome. He's a beautiful boy. And she loved him. They never met, but me and Steve just in the back of our head decided that they were lovers. As seriously stupid as that is, it's funny though. Carrie says, Mindy, heart. I know, right? Carrie, I can't take it. I love Mork too, and I love all the kitty cats and doggy poos that are on this channel. But Mindy just came and stole my heart. It's a whole Glaucus thing because she's so Glaucusy. Yellow convertible 911. You might want to read the story attached to the picture of the new sub. Okay, hold on. Let me go do that. When I'm doing pictures, it's hard for me to do that. So, did you send it? Let me see. Hold on. 911 convertible. Beautiful. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on. There's a message. That's why I'm here. Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm going to. Oh, shit. I didn't see this one. How did I not get this one? I'm so sorry, Dave. It's there, and I didn't see it. It happens, but I'm so glad you said something. Speak up. Let me get rid of the banner because this is nonsense. Nonsense. Wow. It's amazing. Wow, look at this. This is a beautiful Submariner, and the context is. Can I do both? Shit. Did you say? Oh, I didn't see. Oh, I did see it, but I opened it up there. Our AD finally came through for our son's birthday. Yes, this Saturday, and his first Father's Day Sunday. His first child and our first grandchild. Congratulations! A case of this wine was given to us when he was born. A case of it. Those bottles are worth thousands of dollars, dearest one. So I hope you open them spare, and I hope you have them stored beautifully. I would imagine that you do. And the watch is absolutely gorgeous. Holy smokes, Rooney. When I opened it up, did it not open up to that picture? That's crazy. Yeah, the capsule looks good. What's the shoulder fill? I'm a bit of a wine snoot. So wine is definitely one of the things I have a pretty good acumen about. Pretty up on that. This is beautiful. Congratulations. Oh my God. That is so great. So great. Everybody, congratulations to him. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm sorry I didn't see that. That's crazy town that I didn't see that. I'm so sorry. I didn't see that. Mindy seems to be putting herself in positions where Mork has to look up to her as she deserves because she's the queen, of course. My sister loves Irish Tweed by Creed. That's just like $500. It's insane how expensive it is. Mindy's the bossy one. Well, she's a girl. Girls can be bossy. Al Benedetti with $20. Oh, happy birthday, Dirk. Congratulations on another successful trip around the sun. My daughter's is tomorrow. Mine's actually on Saturday. It's not today, but hope you have a wonderful day. Today, your daughter's is tomorrow. Her birthday is Flag Day. Flag Day is tomorrow. Celebrate it. You deserve it. Oh man, thank you so much. Let's give you a big. Let's give you. Where is she? These things jumped around quite a bit. I gotta find her. I'm gonna give you Gone Woman 4. I love this one. No, 3. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for sending that. Andrew Wolkowicz says, cold beer and bashes. Can it get any better? I don't think so, can it? Andrew, what are you doing? Canadian $50. Have a safe and very happy birthday tomorrow. It's Saturday. But thank you for all of that. I'm just going to be doing the walkabout. It's just the birthday Dirkabout tomorrow. And I'm gonna share the link and have people come on the show. If you want to come on the show, Andrew, I'll send you a link. You can hang around with me for a little while online. We'll just make it like a big birthday bash, and I'll just be out on the streets. Out in the streets, dogs are all around, the cats are all in heat. Out in the streets. That's my Klaus Meine impersonation. Yeah, baby, I'm dynamite. Gong Woman. And a huge super chat. You get Gong Woman because I know you love her, but that was a huge super chat. So absolutely, you deserve it. I love you, man. Thank you so much. Vaughn, buon compleanno in advance. Thank you. Ci vediamo bello fino domani. Grazie mille, signore. Nice sub. Yeah, that's quite beautiful. Here's Pure Palm. Good afternoon, Dirk, and a good afternoon to you fine folks in chat today. Kind blessings to one and all, and kind blessings to you. And it just reminds me, everybody, keep dearest Julian in your thoughts. He's going to have surgery next week to correct an issues that he's got that's been plaguing him for far too long. One of the most beautiful souls. He's the guy that I correspond with and who sent me the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful watch. It's in the other room because I was wearing it. The beautiful Seiko, one of the kindest guys and a bastard of epic proportions. So please, everybody, keep Julian in your thoughts because he's a bastard and we love him. So thank you so much. And thank you, Pure Palm. Dave Fahrenheit 451. Never have any open bottles. Nothing to be sorry about. Yeah. Every once in a while, like, we drink wine unless we have company. Every once in a while, I'll open up a bottle of wine just for us, and we almost don't even finish it. But now you see, when I'm with Oisin, I certainly can. Crazy. Neroli Savage by Creed is actually, I didn't know that. Okay. You might like Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford, but I'm not paying that. 4711 smells exactly the same. So you know what? That's what I'm doing. For right now, that's what I can afford. Rufus, Gemini things. That's right. Or as Lucille Boy used to say, Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Carrie says, very close. This is called blackout. I really had a blackout. Andrew, thanks for our son. It's his first. Oh, man, fantastic. Geminis. Oh, you're Gemini too? Geminis everywhere. Dave, the very first is very special. All are blessed. All of them are. Look beautiful. Congratulations. We're so happy for you. Melly C, praying for speedy recovery, Julian. See, this is the people. This is the people that count. The beautiful eye bashers on Dirk Weekdays. Thank you so much, guys. That's the show for today. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be starting at 5 on the nose, and I will be at locations, points unknown. I don't know where I'm going. I've got never get to see what this thing looks like. It's really cool. This is it. This is the thing that I walk around with. So basically what I do is I unlock it like that, and then I flip it up, and then it turns itself on, and it moves by itself, and I can direct it up, angle it up and down. And as I walk around, it won't do it now because it doesn't have the phone on it. It stabilizes the picture. And I also have this, so I can do bigger shots, longer shots, further away shots. It's this thing that charges up. It lasts about 6.5 hours. Now, the other one that I got that I returned didn't have this feature, which is, I'm telling you, I use it, and it's pretty damn great. It's really great. Now, it's got all these features on it that I can't use right now because they haven't decided to talk nicely with StreamYard, which is really, really annoying. Like, there's a scroll wheel so I could zoom. It works via Bluetooth. If I was not streaming on StreamYard, like I was doing it on FaceTime, it zooms in beautifully. So it's an annoying thing, but it'll get there. It will eventually get there, and it'll be fine. And then I lock it, and then it's done. And I charge it up for the night, and that's it. You're working until 5 tomorrow, but I'll get home as soon as I can. You want me to do it at 5:15? I'll start at 5:15. How's that, Andrew? Tomorrow, we're going to start the birthday stream at 5:15. Wish I could have caught more of the show today, but alas, hopefully I'll see you all a little while tomorrow. Yeah, please. Safety and happiness to all. You too, Pure Palm, and you've got a very papal shot there. Yeah, the show's today I started it a half an hour late because I had some technician here and I had to deal with that. But welcome to the Bastard and the Bastards Gallery. And I'll see you tomorrow on the Bashers. My sister Carrie says prayers for Julian. I'm going to go light a candle for him because he's a beautiful person. Significant other often scream Gemini things, palm to forehead. Yeah, Gemini. It's true. There are two people. My two people are this, the lab kind of gregarious Dirk that you all know, but then there's my really quiet side where I just get kind of Greta Garbo-y. Al Benedetti says, thanks, Dirk. Have a great evening. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for joining me so much on this Thursday. Thank you for the amazing super chats. Thank you for the pre-birthday wishes. I'll see. We're going to celebrate tomorrow. We'll have a couple of drinks together. We'll do all that fun stuff. Birthdays only come around once a year. What are you doing for your birthday? I'm just going to spend it with you. And then Saturday, I'm hanging out locally. My friend Patrick said he's coming to town and want to take me out for a couple of drinks. And I said, thank you so very much for that. Hey, Dan, you was watching the Pitti Uomo today. I was seeing you on there all day. I couldn't be on for the whole show, but I was doing stuff. Melly C, thanks for another great show. Thank you, Melly C, because you guys make the show better. All of you guys. I want to thank all the super chatters today. Andrew Wolkowicz, Easy E, Andrew Wolkowicz again, Al Benedetti, Andrew Wolkowicz again. You guys are crazy, 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 crazy. Check to make sure you're subscribed to the show, because if you're not, I'll be so sad. I'll be so sad because we're all bastards. I'm a bastard. You're a bastard. Wouldn't you like to be a bastard too? Yes. So, guys, remember to hold the door open, say please and thank you, and always remember that when you encounter unkindness, you cannot always know what that person is going through. Please give them the benefit of the doubt. They might be having a really bad day. Either that or they're just a cunt.